Alrighty, welcome back, Alpha Hunters. I want to talk about trading journals or some way to document your trades because I don't see anybody talk about this. The value it brings is insane to what it provides to you in understanding how to optimize your returns. So I'm going to first cover the benefits of having a trading journal, and then later I'll show you how to set one up and one information to keep track of. See you on the green side. When you do anything, hopefully you get some value out of it. Like eating a balanced nutrition plan, exercising, education, etc. The same goes with investing. But how do you know? Is your account increasing? Are you beating the market? How are different strategies performing? Having a trading journal will unlock so much value you didn't even know existed. So let's talk about benefits first. Being able to track your performance for multiple strategies is crucial. Okay? This is going to be the most important. How else do you know what strategy brings the most value? You might even have strategies that are underperforming or have negative returns. Well, let's stop using those, right? But you need to know that. So you need to stop using those underperforming strategies. Or just maybe you just need to make adjustments. Or maybe you just need to rebalance your strategy usage. Analysis. We want to be able to track win rate. This lets you know if you are correct in the direction. If this number is less than 50%, is it a potential to flip the strategy in some way? Obviously, you want to know profitability also. So your return per trade. Are you always hitting your max profit stop? Should you consider raising it gradually? What if you are rarely hitting the max profit stop? This will allow you to really understand some of your strategies and really start to maximize your returns. What kind of streak are you on? And just to understand that whenever you are on a streak, the opposite will come back around. Okay? Risk tolerances. An exposure level. How many trades do you have open? How many are long or how many are short? If you have a risk limit that you have set upon yourself to be exposed to the market, or you only want to have a certain amount of risk open at a time, this will help you keep track of that. Asset exposure. Do you have too much tied to one stock when combining stock and options? Trading frequency. This is where a lot of new traders struggle. Overtrading, the giddy newbie.
Well, then I get all excited. I'm like JoJo, the idiot circus boy with a...
They want to do like 1,000 trades a day because they think every trade's profitable. And that's not true, Did you take more than 10 trades last week than you were supposed to? This is where this helps you kind of hone in your giddiness. Are you under trading? If you're new to trading, you want to get into trading, you want to kind of maybe move into away from your profession. The busy professional usually falls into this category. Some of the best ways to kind of get around under trading is do your homework on the weekend and know that way you can kind of just know what you're looking for and manage them in the weekdays. That'll kind of help that. Asset success. Are you having greater success trading a specific stock? What about stocks you are bad with? What about specific stocks with a specific strategy? That happens. There are certain stocks that just work really good with certain strategies. I have seen it, and it is kind of crazy actually to think about it. But yes, there are certain stocks that just work really good with certain strategies. They just work really good. Consistency. One of the more underappreciated metrics, but it is important to understand if you are consistently implementing your strategy every time you go to use it. If your strategy says to buy after the first bearish 5-minute candle, are you doing that every time? Or are you waiting for the second candle? It's just there's things like that you want to be able to see, like, hey, am I constantly tracking this correctly. Okay? So let's talk about setup. So here's a quick note on setup. The more data you gather, the better you can understand your trading later. But tracking too much information can become cumbersome and invaluable. Okay? But I'm just going to give you some data points here on things to track. So obviously the first one's date. You just want to be able to know what day you can kind of go back and look at the chart to see maybe like what you were thinking and, you know, that kind of thing. So like, wow, that was dumb. What was I looking at? You know, or yeah, maybe I should have gone bullish instead of bearish, or, you know, so, just something like that. So yeah, you definitely want to be able to track date. So ticker. Obviously, this is important. You want to be able to know what stock that you were looking to trade. So this is going to be like almost a must. There's going to be several musts in here. Actually, this whole list is going to be a must. But yeah, this is a must. Strategy, a day or a swing trade. So not all strategies are going to be implemented in day trading or swing trading. So it's good to maybe differentiate between the two. So if like you just have a list of strategies and then sometimes you do have strategies that are also implemented during the day or swing. So it's kind of good to maybe track day or swing trading and the strategy differentiation. Pricing. Okay, so this is really kind of important. This will allow you to do a lot of analysis around pricing. So entry, stops, and exit. So the entry is obviously the price you're trying to get in at. The stops are your stop loss, your profit stop. Maybe you have a time stop for option trades. You know, this is where you kind of come to the analysis part right here. Risk is it's going to be like a standard, right? If you're risking $200 per trade, this will allow you to just have in there that number all the way. If you have that number already in there, this will actually fill in some of your stops and exit and stuff like that. Okay. The next up is going to be return on investment, which is also like return on risk, win and loss, and dollar rewards or dollar profit, however you want to think about it. But between like 4 or 5 or between like pricing and risk and then return on investment, win, loss, and dollars, like this is where you start to understand like how your strategies are working on tickers and stuff like that. Comments, maybe not like writing out a paragraph, but TradingView has a feature to be able to screen capture whatever your current screen looks like. So if you have a trade set up, you can take a screenshot of that and save that. Now, some of the bonus ones. Source and time frame. So source, this is kind of not going to say like important, but in the beginning, as you are a new trader, you are kind of shotgun. A lot of people, they shotgun approach some things. I'm not going to lie. They hear about like all these different trading strategies and they want to try them all. They want to try them all, baby. It's like going to a buffet, man. I want to try a spoonful of everything across that buffet, baby. And that's how we get to be fatty Americans. But I'm going to try to say to don't do that and try to limit yourself, but I get it. You're ambitious. And there's a plethora of ways to find about new trades and stuff like that. So if you come across like a .com newsletter or, you know, a YouTuber, a broker, a scanner, like if you build out a scanner, you want to give like, if you build out like 3 different scanners, actually, you want to give each one of those a name and then say where you got the trade idea from. You know, if it was a YouTuber, if it was your broker, maybe brokers offer trade ideas and stuff like that, or, you know, a newsletter or something like that. Scanner, you know, if you got 3 different scanners, you know, scanner 1, that's where this one came from. Scanner 3, that's where this one came from. You know, stuff like that. Time frame is actually not a bad one, especially on options. If you say that you don't want to be in a trade longer than 5 weeks, well then don't be in the trade longer than 5 weeks. Put an end date kind of out there, or a date out there to, hey, recheck this trade if you haven't stopped out or profited out. But yeah, time frame could also be a very good one. But I mean, source for you new guys, that's going to be a very good one to kind of just keep track of. Okay? So here's another thing. When you build out your own trading journal, okay, you want to try and automate as much as possible. Because, like I said earlier, it can become cumbersome, And if there is something that you want to track later, you can add it. You can go back and add it. I'm gonna share one that I've built out that you can go out there and buy and download, and it's gonna be cheap. So don't think I'm gonna charge like $1,000 for it, unless inflation kicks in. Maybe I will. I don't know, but you can always take what I built out and just adjust things. You want to add in source. I don't have source in this basic one. I also don't have a time frame in there, but everything else I do, because those are all pretty much musts, right? But it's okay to make adjustments and improvements to how you do things. It's your business. No business start out perfect in the beginning. And, just an experience note for you. The easier you can keep things, the better off you will be in your journal and your strategies. Okay? And I will probably repeat that in several videos because it's very valuable. Keep it simple, stupid. There's a reason why that acronym is so valuable. The programs that you want to use or you see used the most for your trading journal is going to be Microsoft Excel or Google Sheets. I use Microsoft Excel just because I think it's better. It just has some better analytical tools, and that thing like pivot tables and stuff like that. Google Sheets doesn't have that. I know Google Sheets is free. Microsoft Excel on the web online, that is also free. So don't think that I don't want to pay for Microsoft Excel. You can use Microsoft Excel online. But if you don't want to waste time building one, or not really sure how to build one of them, so I got one out there. The link will be down below. I'll show you the Microsoft Excel version just real quick. Okay, so this is one that I just built out. I took some of my old ones and just rebuilt one. And what you'll see here is like it's got everything I kind of talked about: date, ticker, day or swing trade, your strategies. You got your entry, your stop, risk amount, your target, your profit target, number of shares you need for the trade, the direction, and there's some formulas in here. Like these are all formulas. And as obviously you can see here, like these are gray cells with white text. This is like inputted, black background, blue text. That's calculated. So then this is all your setup, and then here's your broker fills. So just because you wanted to get an entry there, you need to fill in right here like what your broker gave you. Okay, and then you got your exits, and then your wins, win-loss, your R's, dollars, and your comment area. So that's the stocks. That's the stock tab, and then it's pretty same thing here on options tab. Okay, and then here's a performance area, just so that you can basically see like, hey, how strategies are doing. And then here's some back end stuff, kind of how it works. And you got a blank tab. If you want to build on later and make kind of your own annotations and adjustments and do some more complicated stuff, fine, feel free, do it. If you want to adjust this to do cryptos also, I mean, feel free. Power to you. But this is a link to a YouTube video that will bring up like kind of how to run this whole file. This will be out there for you. So I believe that will do it. I'm going to end on this quick note though. There is one metric that is not in this trading journal that is very important to keep track of. And it's called alpha. And if you don't know what alpha is, my next video is going to be on alpha. Okay? So look out for that, but that'll be it for now. So good luck investing out there, Alpha Hunters.